Okay, I'm just going to start off with some stats for Instagram. So 18 to 29-year-olds, there's 59% of them on Instagram with still a stronghold in the 30 to 49 bracket with 33%. You've got 42% of users earning over $75,000, at 80% at least following one business, 75% of them actually taking action, and a whopping 70% buying via mobile. So let's talk about your Instagram bio. It's a good idea to set this up on the computer because your formatting will be a lot easier and nicer presentation. The username, you want that to be as close to your business name that you can possibly get it to. It is best if it is all one word rather than adding in dots or underscores if you can, as when someone's searching for you and they're not really aware of what your handle is, you're making it easier for them to find you, and we want it to be simple and easy. Your profile image, you can look at having your photo, make sure it's a clear photo, you're looking at the camera, otherwise you can use a business logo. The bio part, you want to stand out and you want it to be clear on what you are offering. So think about telling them who you are, so your name or what people are calling you, what you do, what you offer. Is it how-tos? Is it tips? Purely laughs? Share a few recipes? Why should they be following you? Is it the content that you share? And offer them a call to action. So whether that's to subscribe, learn more, download. You want to talk to the ideal client when you're thinking of those things too, that you want to be attracting. So use your personality. Use the same voice that you use in your captions in the bio. And things like where it does ask for a name. Mine, for example, my handle is actually Gold Media or username. Then where it says name on my profile, I've actually put in there social media mentor, so the actual role that I fulfill. This means that if someone comes along to Instagram and types that into the search, I've got a better chance of coming up in that search, as well as all the other things that take into play there. But it's like that prime real estate, so it is a good idea if you can use that. If you're using your own based hashtags, so, you're selling a product or something, and you've made up this hashtag that you might share with your clients when they're sharing pictures so that everyone's getting to see that. Put that in your bio as well, because it becomes a clickable link, which means that I'll come along, find you. If I click on that hashtag, I possibly am seeing other purchases and what they've brought from you and using it that way. And it just doesn't have to be a purchase base, but that gives you an idea of how to use it. Add some emojis in there, breaks things up, makes things stand out only if they're relevant to your brand. Use your best point of contact, so whether you want to be emailed or if you want people calling you. And then with your clickable link, majority of the time that's your website. But think about different things, like if you've just done a blog post, pop that in there and refer people to that. Maybe it's a new offer that you have, or you're launching something, you've got tickets for sale for something, that could go there. The other option then is to look at putting a link tree style link there, and then that opens up to a whole heap of links that you can have set up for your blog, your website, your services, etc. You'll also have a contact or a book, as in make a booking, or a shop button is possible underneath the profile as well on Insta. What you need to look at doing is posting a consistent strategy. So not necessarily a post a day over the 7 days, but maintaining whatever you decide. If you only want to do 3 a week, each week you post 3 times a week and keep that consistency rolling. Some things to think about there are having 1 to 5 topics as your base. So what your account is known for, what can you talk about or share, and what kind of posts could you have that will help your client, motivate them, entertain them, educate them, or inspire them. You want to engage with anything that they're commenting, and relatively soon. That's up to you how soon. The earlier the better, but it doesn't mean that we need to be on Instagram constantly. It's a good idea to go and follow others and add value to their conversation, as then you're being seen there like you would in a Facebook group. Use lovely, bright, clear images that are going to stop the scroll. You don't want any distorted, blurry images in your feed unless that was intentional. Use everything that Instagram's offering, or at least trial things. So like carousel posts, video posts, Instagram stories, Instagram TV. Utilize your calls to actions in your posts as well. It doesn't have to be on every post, but tell your followers what you're actually wanting them to do. It can be things like double tap if you like this. Send me a DM to find out more information. The link is in my profile or my bio to purchase such and such. Tag a friend if you think that this would be useful to them. Now, hashtags. I cannot stress out of every platform how important it is to use hashtags in your Instagram strategy. Doesn't matter if you're using them in your caption or in the first comment. There's no real benefit there. But the actual hashtags are going to give you the exposure that you want and need. So it's like a search filter. And when you use that correctly, you'll get seen by a greater number than just the people that are already following you. So that's how you attract them. You use the 30 hashtags available on every post for maximum exposure. You can set up lists of hashtags because you don't want to be using the same ones on every post, and some won't be relevant as well. So you could do that on your phone notes if you're posting organically, like in the moment, and copy and paste. Trello is also another good way to set those up. And I think it's called keyboard replacement. You can set up in your phone so that you enter in a key phrase and then it populates with all the hashtags. So I want you to think about using 3 to 5 unique hashtags. Popular ones, which are under 350,000 uses, trending hashtags, and then your smaller niched hashtags relevant to your audience. You also need to research these regularly and test if they are broken. So by being broken, you'll click on the hashtag and you'll see that there aren't any posts appearing there. So they've been blocked by Instagram. Some call that banned, etc. Now, how do we use Instagram stories? So the stories are really good to use because anyone that's not following you can also see your stories. So that potentially is going to bring you new followers across. It's also a really good way to create a relationship with the audience. You can be encouraging them to message you, to participate in a poll, to ask you a question, to react to what you're posting. The kind of things that they like to see on Instagram stories are people that are being authentic, genuine, giving high quality posts. So putting the time and the effort into thinking about what you can put in your stories. speaking directly to the camera, sneak peeks, and behind the scenes style posts. What comes from Instagram stories are the highlight covers. So you can actually save your stories, as stories are only remain up for the 24 hours from when you post them. So you can go in as listed here and save them to what we call a highlight folder, and then they appear on your profile, and at any time people can click there and go and see. So you can have this branded up as much as you want, or just simply a place to save the photos that you want to be referred to at a later date, or videos. Now, something that's really important that I want to point out to you, a lot of people aren't aware of this, and everyone gets caught up in the old, oh, I need, I want 10,000 followers this month. I want 50,000. I want 1 million. I want to be huge on Instagram. Yeah, okay, that's all right, but it's not necessarily necessary. The more likes and the more followers that you have, that doesn't equal any more success or any more happiness. Now, what you can do is go away and calculate what we call an engagement rate. And this very easily shows you. A lot of people are shocked when I show them this. But go to your post, add up how many likes you have and how many comments. Then divide that by the number of followers you have and multiply by 100. If you're getting between 1 to 2%, that's the average of what everyone on Instagram is getting as far as engagement. So that's great. If you're getting 5 to 10%, you're exceptional and you're an Instagram superstar. But this will just make it relevant to you. Even go over and look at one of the competitors. It's now obviously going to be harder because the likes are hidden, but just you can see by the amount of comments that they've got, by the amount of followers, and go, oh, well, they're not really, exceeding what I'm doing, etc. So it's not a vital thing to have such a large number of followers. We want people that are our people following us, and the people that can follow our path and hopefully work or buy from us in the future. And that's about all that I've got, just to give you the overview on Instagram and to start your presence. So I hope you've all enjoyed that, and I look forward